Now, you know the blue plaques you see on buildings sort of commemorating special people, and this is the sort of thing I'm talking about. I really like them. I think it's a really great way to connect you with history and stuff. You know, you're just walking down the road, you look up and see one of those and think, oh, that's where that funny little man with the black moustache lived, or, oh, that's where Charlie Chaplin lived. I like that a lot. I was trying to find a list of the people who are on blue plaques, and Wikipedia does have one, obviously. It's a long one. There are about 940 people on those blue plaques. And as I was scrolling through the list, I noticed that while a couple of people appear twice, there is one man, and only one man, who appears a whopping 5 times. It is, of course, just a token man. Sorry? It is, of course, a Tolkien man. A J.R.R. Tolkien man. It was J.R.R. Tolkien, obviously. There he is, Lord of the Blue Rings. And I think it's kind of fine. Sometimes it's fine. When it's this plaque in Oxford, and it tells us that he lived at this address between 1930 and 1947, that's fine, because that's where he was when he wrote The Hobbit and the first 2 volumes of The Lord of the Rings. That's a significant part of his life. I'm less fine with it when the plaque says, J.R.R. Tolkien stayed here.
That's an Airbnb review. That's all that is.
Exactly. And it says June 1916, but don't be fooled, right? He didn't stay there for the whole of June 1916. Oh, no, no, no. If you dig into this and look it up on the Tolkien Society website, you can see that Tolkien stayed there with his wife Edith on the 3rd of June 1916. I don't care how much you love Frodo and Gandalf. I don't think that we need to commemorate every dirty weekend the man had with his wife. And this is where he put his Bilbo Bags in Mrs. Tolkien's Gollum. That's not right.
Oh, man.
That is not right. How much do you think someone needs to have done to be sort of plaque-worthy in the world?
Like, near where I come from, there's a shop where someone always says, that's where Gareth Gates had a sandwich. And that's just, like, his main story. And I feel like maybe a blue plaque would shut him up.
Is that what they're for, do you think? To stop the bore from going on about it? Seeing all this, it made me realise that anyone can erect a blue plaque to anyone and anything, which is why I have put up a blue plaque myself, as you can see it there, to Driller Smurf dentist. Lived and practiced here 1980 to 1987, because I figure if anyone deserves a blue plaque, it's the Smurf's dentist. Makes sense. I would love to tell you where that is, but I can't, because when the person who owns that house finds out, they're going to take it down.
Yes.
But good luck to all the viewers who want to go and see if they can find out where that is.
Driller Smurf does sound like the next celebrity dildo that should be made.
Of course, you can go one step more than a plaque, and I think that a statue in your honour, that's got to be the ultimate thing, really. My favourite statue is the Eric Morecambe one in Morecambe. I love that statue. It's just a statue that makes you smile, I think, when you first see it. He's on one leg, which I think means he was injured in battle. That is in Morecambe, and you can't argue with it being in Morecambe, can you? I mean, he's Eric Morecambe. He's from Morecambe. He changed his surname from Bartholomew to Morecambe. The connection there is strong, isn't it? It feels to me like there ought to be a corresponding Ernie Wise statue, you know? He was born in Bramley, near Leeds, so they ought to have the yin to Eric's yang in Bramley, shouldn't they? Obviously, yeah. But they haven't. They haven't. There is a statue of Ernie. It's just not very good. It's not in Bramley, it's in Morley, which is near Leeds. It's about 10 miles away from where he was from. And apparently it's there because that's where he won a talent contest in 1936. That's not good enough, is it? And it's not alone. There are plenty of statues dedicated to people with far weaker connections to places than that. So let's see if you can work out who is where. Now, we'll start with this angelic-looking statue of Kate Moss. Where could this be? I'll give you some options. Is it in Croydon, where she was born?
Yeah.
Is it in Croydon, a different Croydon, in Utah? Or is it in Oslo, where there are some lovely fashion outlets? Or is it in Paris, where she is often seen on the front row at Fashion Week?
Well, the least likely seems Oslo. So I'm going to go for that.
OK. Your logic is flawless, Sally Phillips. Congratulations to you. It is in Oslo, and, oh, I'll tell you what, it is a beauty statue. It really is. Look at that. There she is.
Is she trying to clip her nails?
Yeah.
And taking them off, you could end up on the floor. There she is. Now, next up, we've got the actor Peter Falk, in character, I guess, as Columbo. But where is he? Even he's scratching his head thinking, where am I? Is this statue in Ossining, which is a town in New York where he grew up? Is it in Los Angeles, where he lived and worked? Is it in Colombo, Sri Lanka? Or is it in Budapest, capital of Hungary and home to a crime museum?
Budapest.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it being in Colombo. If I was in charge of erecting statues in Colombo, I'd definitely put a statue in Colombo.
You're going Colombo, you're going Budapest.
I guess I'll go with Ossining.
OK, well, one of you got it right. Sally Phillips, I think, with Budapest, absolutely right. Yeah. It is in Budapest. The reason it's there is they have a street called Falk Street. There's literally no other connection. He is not related to the Falk Street was named after. It's as simple as that. Just going to point out that this street is in Berlin. So, you know, there's hope. There's hope. Guys, there's hope. There is hope. Now, next up, we've got my favourite celebrity. This is a proposed statue of Martin Roberts. He is the acclaimed presenter of Homes Under the Hammer. And this statue is coming soon to a town near you. Is it A, Warrington, where he was born? Is it B, Stoke, where my maths says he has visited 65% of the terraced houses? Or is it Bradford, which is where he studied electrical engineering at university and the students there are raising funds to erect it in his honour? Or is it in London at the headquarters of Lion TV, the production company who make Homes Under the Hammer, who plan to unveil it on the day their 1500th episode is aired?
I'm eliminating Bradford because I'm from Bradford and I feel like that would be big news.
Yeah, OK.
Around my way. And I haven't heard anything about it.
OK, so you're saying not Bradford.
I'm just saying not Bradford.
Not Bradford.
Any other one.
Which weirdly makes you right. But it's not Bradford, so someone scored a sneaky point, I think. Because the correct answer is Warrington, and here's what it is proposed to look like in Warrington. Or at least that would be true if this one wasn't completely made up. There is no such statue. But that didn't stop me sending Annabelle Port to Warrington to see what the people who live there... thought of the idea. Let's have a little look.
So there's going to be a new statue built in the area of Martin Roberts. Martin Roberts. Martin Roberts.
Would you like to know how most people reacted to that news? This chap kind of sums it up.
Who?
Martin Roberts.
Now, obviously, Annabelle explained what Homes Under the Hammer was to him, and that Martin was a Warrington lad and all of that. But you won't be surprised to know that Joe here did not think that a statue of Martin Roberts was a particularly good idea.
But just putting a statue up of this guy who bangs a big hammer on houses when he's stolen, no. No, it's not. He's not worthy of that.
No. Now, he's not alone in this, but some people were more positive about the idea. And I thought it'd be interesting to see how good you are at judging people's character. So here's a grid of people. Just wanted to pick one at random and see if they are for or against the Martin Roberts statue.
So that lady in white in the middle looks like she's going to BS through this whole answer, like, oh, I absolutely love him, like,
OK,
you know,
well,
for sure.
Yeah. Let's start the game there, then. If that's your choice, we'll start with you, Desiree. We'll go with this woman in the middle. Her name is Lorraine. And you're saying yes.
Like, that she's going to be like, oh, yep, capital idea.
OK, I'll tell you straight away that Lorraine is in the don't know who Martin Roberts is.
Damn.
OK, let's just have a look.
Who's Martin Roberts?
Yeah, now Annabelle thought I'll show her the picture and see if she recognises him in statue form, OK?
Oh, OK, I'm just going to show you this. Does that help?
Do you think that helped?
No.
No, because he just looks like a guy who has to pee there.
No.
Yeah.
Of course he didn't. If he does look like a guy who has to pee, then really it's got to become a fountain as well.
Yeah.
See, Annabelle then mentions Homes Under the Hammer.
Okay.
Do you think that's going to trigger anything for Lorraine? No?
She's called Lorraine. She should be into daytime television.
Yeah.
Let's see if she knows it.
Oh, OK. Oh, OK.
Yeah.
Positive all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Looks like you might be scoring a point here, Desiree. Looks like you might be. Let's have a little look.
I think it'd be an eyesore more than...
Still no. Still no.
I'm afraid not, Desiree.
Come
And
on.
I saw more than a viewing point. Sally, would you like to pick someone? Let's have a look at the grid.
I'd like to pick the pink lady.
Lovely lady, top right. Let's have a little look at her.
I've noticed that, just getting divorced myself, that divorced older ladies tend to wear a lot of pink. And so maybe she's keen on him.
Jessica, did you know you'd come dressed as an older divorced lady?
This does not bode well for my marriage.
Oh, no.
So I need you to lock in an answer, yes or no, for this one.
I'm going to... I'm going to say no.
You're saying no, OK. Well, let's see. I'll show you this straight away.
Very avid fan of Homes Under the Hammer.
Very avid fan of Homes Under the Hammer. Here is the key question, obviously.
So what do you think about them building the statue here?
Now, she doesn't answer straight away. She has questions. She needs guidance to help guide her thoughts.
That's because she's been divorced. She knows to take anything as it seems.
OK, well, let's see what she wants to know.
Yeah, is this where he's from originally?
It
I
is.
thought it was, that's right.
Yeah, so she's going the right way. Let's see. Let's find out if you're scoring a point.
Yes, if it suits local people, I don't have any objection.
Yeah, there you go. So she's kind of on board. I'm taking that as a kind of qualified yes. There's a bit more in this woman, though. I like this.
I'll just show you what it's going to look like.
Yeah?
And what do you think of it?
Do you think she thinks that's a good-looking statue?
Oh, I really want her to be put off by the picture.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not.
No.
I like it. Yeah, I do like it.
She does. She likes it.
I told you she was
Although,
divorced.
this is my favourite bit of this.
It's really good, I think. Let me have a look.
Bang up for it before she could see it. Back to the grid. Jessica Knappett, your choice.
I'll go with flat cap guy.
You are going with Paul.
Yeah.
What are you going to go for?
He looks like, he'll just go with anything.
OK, you're saying yes.
Yeah.
Let's watch Annabelle give him the news, first of all.
So there's going to be a new statue in the area of Martin Roberts.
So the first thing is, does he know? I mean, there's always a crucial factor in this.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be like Robbo, yeah?
Yeah. OK.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. You know, you'd be delighted with this.
Martin Roberts. The Martin Roberts.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God!
Yeah, absolutely, they exist. But...
OK, never heard of him.
Amazing, isn't it? And now, obviously, Annabelle then explains Homes Under the Hammer to him.
Homes Under the Hammer?
Now, do you think he knows him now?
Oh, you let me down.
The Homes Under the Hammer? Never seen it.
You know what, Desiree? Hold that thought. Because here we go.
Homes Under the Hammer. Oh, yes, yeah. You've never seen it.
Now, Annabelle does a real sales pitch on Paul.
He has 23 series now of Homes Under the Hammer.
That's
1.5 million viewers per episode. And in the light of those facts and figures, do you think he'd be good to have a statue of him?
And this is it. So, Jess, before this started, you said...
I said he'd be up for it.
OK,
Yeah.
let's find out.
Well, I think so. If those figures, stand up, they speak for themselves.
Absolutely, a point for you. Well done you, Jessica Knappett. He's up for it. What's more, Paul gets so into this, he's got an idea to improve the statue.
Maybe you have a slot somewhere and you stick money in and he does something. Just saying, I'm not trying to, just... Maybe it does something, maybe a child can, ride on him or something.
I'm setting up a crowdfunding page in the morning.
I feel like what we're learning here is this is why we don't ask the public what we should do.
As if we didn't have good examples of that already. Well, we have to have a winner for that round, and I think Jess was the only one who actually picked it correctly. So the winner of that round, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jessica Knappett. Absolutely.